You learn also. Just one click of a button. This is a very important topic today. I have been assigned to do this training, and I'm going to use the next 30 minutes up to 10 to do this training. Okay? CBZ, but it's just these are reminder calls. Things we already know, the things we have to remind ourselves of every single day. But as I'm teaching, I'm going to give some examples that I will also request from your maximum cooperation and involvement so we can learn together. Leadership, John C. Maxwell says, everything rises and falls on what? On leadership. And in network marketing, we shall agree that it is not easy for you to lead a very big what? A very big team. Not so. That if you're going to really make so much money, then you have to be ready to go an extra mile to build very many leaders all the what? All the time. You get the point? For example, there is this famous triangle we always used to look at. Anyone has seen this one sometime? That here there is leadership. Here there is what? Network. Here there is what? Income. I've seen such a kind of a triangle before. And this triangle suggests that if your network is high, let me use the N for network. If your network is what? High. Seemingly and similarly, your incomes are what? Are also high. But again, the leadership development structures in your team, leadership development are low. This simply means that it is just a matter of time your network will fall back to the level of leadership development structures in your team, and similarly, your incomes will also do what? Follow suit. You get the point? The rest of the center nyingi. Nenga leadership development structures mu team yo ntono. Oshegede. What the team we nane manya. Team yo inatelo kola chi okugwa eddeyo wali. How many of us made some very significant incomes in our first month? I'm one of them. Oshegede. But you're going to realize that you could have made so much money in the first month, maybe 4 million, 5 million, 7 million, not even 10. But again, you go back to structure. Yes, center was because nyingi kubanga wabadene network yotansana yonga chi nganene. You get the point? Then network we are matching leadership development structure mu team yo. Seemingly, that network is about to fall and the incomes will fall subsequently. Many of you, the first month's incomes were exciting. But when I ask you for the back statement of the second month, you will shy away. This is the result. Okay, get there. Same Katilaba. Or when you have let's say low incomes, low network, but high levels of leadership development structures in your team. What does this signify? What does it imply? If the network is big and also giving you big incomes, but your leadership level is what? Leadership development structures are very low. What does this one? This one means even leaders are about to fall. No, so. How about if the leadership development level structures are very high in your team, but the income is low and network is small? What does this one signify? Don't say the opposite is true. Which opposite? What do you say? This means that it's a matter of time. This and this are about to do what? To rise. You get the point? So if you have to spend time building your network, spend time developing your leadership development structures. You get the point? Because no one can lead a team of 1,000 people. Your team is remaining at 100 or 40 because you have not made leaders yet. A team of 1,000 people must be led by how many leaders? 10, 100. The average carrying capacity of a leader is 10. The average carrying capacity of a leader is what? 10. That is why ogenda sanga abantu 10 mu network yo sibenjogerako abo bajja kuyingiranga. Naye nga batula mu sale oinamba meka? Oinamu 10 because leader inotya omu oba oliwo wekka. Okay. For you to have 100 active distributors, you must have 10 well-made leaders, each of them managing 10 people. You get the point? For you to have 1,000 active leaders, but Mr. Supriyan, you say this year, this OQATA thing is yours. For you to have a team of 1,000 that is performing, you must have 100 leaders who can manage their own affairs and they can manage their teams. Okay, get there? Kati byonna mubikole naye kino temwekyerabira buli lunaku kijjukire omuntu gw'oleeta mu bizinesi yo jjukira obuvunaanyizibwa bwo jjukira lwaki okoze eki omuleese. You get the point? Okumuzimbe naye abe nga asooka manajinga abalala bameka abalala 10 ab'ekumi baleese naye abazimbe bonna bagende bafune ekkumi lyabwe. You get the point? And that is how fast your business can grow. Onfuna, when you focus on recruiting numbers, it's okay, you will bring them in the business, but you will recruit till the end of time. Nga junior jenene nenga performance chi ntono. Some of you have been having that question, right? Nguleba abantu ekikumi bolina mu team already. The 100 people that you already have, the 50 people. Do you know a team of 50? Abantu atano. Singo bazimba mbadira bameka, batano. So all those 50 people are answerable to 5 leaders. Do you know how much activity 50 people can do? 50 people, you can imagine 50. Bano bameka batano, that is 10. You can imagine 50 people could even be more than that whole row. Team is younger, but never validated by the right leaders. That team could even be enough for you to produce the kind of results that you want every week. But seemingly, you have a team of 100, team of 70, team of 30, but you are getting 1 call per week. How can that happen? Abantu asatu muno bonna nibaletayo call yetya segeza muno wali abantu asatu bonna tebali mukola. They don't have the right principles or maybe there is no relationships. Okay, I'm saying, but that's a very right statistic. And please, ladies, our dear beautiful ladies who are in this audience, please don't fall victim of that statistic. Are you together? Madam Hope Cabrin has proved to us that you can still be here and be in a relationship and still don't be what? A victim of the what? Of the statistic. You know the point? Same applies to Madam what? Madam Anita and the rest of the leaders. So please don't be what? A statistic of such a kind of what? Don't be a victim of such a kind of statistic. Join business, shit happens, even to us men. But you do what? Remember your dream, okay? So we are saying, despite all those trainings of focus and stay, remain and do activity, still the attrition rate is always what? High. That simply means your gestation period in the network marketing career is going to be very, very short what? Short-lived. You get the point? So we are saying that number 1 point in helping you build new leaders or group leaders is what? Market segment. And you're saying a market segment is a group of people who share one or more common characteristics. Plan together for network what? For marketing purposes. Abantu nga balina bakola ki byebagabana kyangu nnyo obakola ki obazimba mu leader. You get the point? Ofuna omuntu omusajja ebisinga ofuna omuntu nga tabafa omuntu sibu nnyo sanga omuntu nga akulembera abantu batafaanana nnyo. You get the point? That's why you're going to realize that when someone joins the business and they maybe is about 40 years or 30 or 50 years, seemingly even the people are going to bring on board are going to be their what? Their age mates. You get the point? Their age mates. You get the point? So it's very good for you to assess that in a segment can they lead a network marketing what? Team. You get the point? When I was in Ibarra, When I was in the Ibarra, I was telling this issue of age came up, and I was telling them, of course, the audience was predominantly for old people, and I was telling them, of course, I apologize, but I also told them that you go even if genda ononye abantu nonyayo abantu mu timu yo bolabanga womongera emyaka 10 ku network marketing career ye aba akyasobola. Can I get there? I am now 30. I joined at 22. That means 22 ogatako 10 mba nkyasobola. You get the point? Omuntu oyo omugatako emyaka 10 nga akyasobola. Seemingly they can stay the business longer to build to lead for a very good team. You get the point? Sometimes age is also a very good. Everyone join let everyone join. But I'm saying if you find yourself in a network marketing career when you are seemingly old, what should I get there? Chikola nnyo ozimbe timu y'abantu abagenda okukikubira n'oliba okoze eki obikoye because we are human. Onfuna netugamba muno focus muzeeyi Hakim wakasira woge otwanga okuzuka mu sale ekinywa kyekutte otegedde nga balina so akuwa kasupu ka kigere ebinywa bigatte buto ofuna kati bena akola kasupu ka kigere nga abaana ate musobe bakoze eki badduse osegeze gatali abasomesa kyokola wano ng'okyasobola ng'ekyo kinneekaaka tunawo bana abaana myaka 10 abakyayagala ssente tebalina buvunaanyizibwa buki bungi waliwo abantu abamu wootuuka waliwo abantu abamu wootuuka it's cold. I'm feeling hot me. The lights. Me even want the fan here. But it's okay. You can switch off the fan and Madam Anita doesn't like it. I'm saying, well, what? I was talking about age. When you have the right age, you're going to realize that there are kinds of people in your team where they make 1 million per month. These guys will stay and believe in the business. You get the point? When someone makes 1 million per week, there is an age bracket of people that you will bring to your business. 1 million per month will not appeal to them. Business, you think he's excited with you. He's about to quit because he's making little money. How much? 2 million per month. School fees, school fees, school fees, that means already akiriza mbongowe the school fees teziliwa no oyo muzibu wa kusigaza. Market segmenting is very important. When I joined network marketing in 2016, I wanted to make a commitment to myself because I plan to build this long term. Na ndio lango network marketing mpaka wendifa. That's in the core right now. Sala kudayo tojja kusanga neduka mu kikubo. Tojja kusanga yo. Tojja kusanga nzize muganzize mukubulookinga ttaka tojja kusanga mu bwabulooka bw'ttaka tojja kusangayo. Osegedde tata wange yaŋŋamba ngule njajja wange yaŋŋamba mukyolo gule motoka empya gulamu egudi osimbe mwanyi ne mugamba buze ekituufu kyogere naye njala nkole ssente twe okusimba mwanyi ate nzimbe mu bizimbe kubanga kati ate nze obudde bugenda bujjawo bunaanoge mwanyi mu season nga nina event ku hotel Triangle. You understand? So labanga tebigatta tebikwatagana byenkola ki na byengoba. You get the point? Kati so for this kind of case, therefore, again, I wanted to recruit a winning team of people, and I had commissioned myself that if anyone is supposed to join my team and they're old, let them be not older than me. Can I get there? Of course, wajjanga kusinga okutokola ki tomugoba naye kola nnyo naye omujjemu abachi mujjemu abasowo kiwo emyaka omuntu njawo mutekemu mwaka mulamba ng'okimanyi onewe n'amala emyaka 2 nga mu traininga agenda amala emyaka 8 nga abikola. Si gwe ntugogamba munno kantekemu emyezi 3 mu training omwezi ogwokuna abe nga takola ki nga taliiwe japanuye. You get the point? Market segmenting is very important. So get it. It is not easy to find someone. No, never gamba. That is Mr. Elias Muhoz. He's 50 years of age. Or he's 60 years of age. He began network marketing at what? At 50. It is not common. Many of the success stories you have read are people who began network marketing at tender ages. Or even those who survived in network marketing as a career are those who segmented their teams well to look for the right markets. So get there. And when I get there, audience yanyigide because predominantly mwabadde mbantu bakulu nekati balowooza nti mbagobe mbina ebintu tebantegedde. I have to explain again in the next training. You get the point? But I hope that point is clear. Market segmenting can also be people of the same age group. Location, occupation. Team Ginger. Can I look for people who are in Ginger and I build a leader in Ginger who's going to take up what? Business in Ginger. Location, occupation. You get the point? Team of lawyers, because a lawyer leading a team of lawyers is also very, very what? Very, very easy. You understand? Of course, all this follows the first one. Every new member brings a new segment, and you have to do is to do what? To penetrate through it. You get the point? But when trying to get a segment here, for example, Jovia joined me. Jovia was working with Platinum Credit. I'm thinking most of the people that Jovia knows are people that she has been working with at Platinum what? Credit, because she has been there for over since 2000 what? Since 2017, 18, since 2018. I have known her since 2018. See, abantu bali mu category ki you get the point. Osanga omuntu nga student, seemingly there being a student is a new market segment for you. You just have to tap it. You get the point? And you have to be that kind of dynamic leader who can go deep and tap those market segments. Tapping a market segment y'omuntu olina okuba ng'oli mu ki kyogere nnyo olina okuba ng'oli mu ki mugezimu. You get the point? Yes, I can be a James Sebugala who left university maybe 5 or 7 years ago. But again, for me to tap into a student's market segment, I must know what they think, what they like, what appeals to them, and what motivates them. You know the point? For me to build leaders in them. Otherwise, nebi story bichi ebyabakulu ngate bo kyebaga kyebanoonya kiki sono nnyo. You get the point? Abaana bagala masimu ga bbeeyi so si nnyingi nnyo. Chegede bagala kuba kulya bulungi wabulayo emotoka n'agenda campus nga avuga abajja kukubira ekintu. You get the point? Their dreams are not even that big. I can't begin to talk about mansions with such a kind of students. So know what appeals to that market segment. Then through continuous support, of course, penetrate that market through continuous support them continuously, and also through anchors. Who are anchors? Anchors, categories. How many of us are trying to build business up country? Very good. How many of us are trying to build business outside the country? This is very important. Whatever mysterious, let me use an example of our previous company. Every time you saw those leaders going onto a plane to go to Kenya, you get the point? Tebagenda yo ku prospectinga. No. By prospecting irangawa. Kampala. Agenda oli nnyonyi nga agenda sinkana anchor or business. You get the point? They are going to meet an anchor of a business. Njono omuntu ono atandika business, ayina leadership qualities enungi, they are very vocal, they are good at speech, they can motivate the team. They must not be networkers, but an anchor is just an anchor. Omuntu nga ali well composed for the business. Enaku zino mumanyi the good characteristics of a good networker, right? Temuzimanyi right now? Muzimanyi if a person is very vocal, nga ayogera, abaso okulidinga team. Otherwise, you cannot base your team on some guy who is somewhere there where in Zambia, toriyo, talijuka toriyo. Ogamba guy ali serious, wakwata yogera nnyo. Zikatika nkubulire, ba network abona abakoze sente boogera nnyo. Mpaka nyati your own risk. Abata yogera nnyo manche bakola. Kanda abaya abawa mukisanga bakola ne bafuna aboogera nnyo wansi waabwe ne baabogezi. Networkers are vocal people because it's a business of selling hope every single day. You can't sell hope quietly. Can you? Kati omuntu agamba naye omuntu wange Zambia omusajja mwogezi omusajja ali smart yasoma lawyer bamwesiga. You get the point? Kama mwesiga ate nga mwogezi ali smart ate business ajagala kamutambulire. He's an anchor. You know, he can seemingly grow for you a team around himself because he has the good characteristics of leading an MLM team. Check it. Sometimes wake up in the morning and teams are feeling down. Atenga togenda bagulira mmere. Emmere bajja kulira encha feeling down. Ngoina kera kwa nonye bigambo bituufu ebyokwogera. You motivate. It is words. You have to be vocal. You get the point? Learn to be vocal. Mzee itosumagira tochikola. You get it? Vocal. You get I get my point? So as you go to those regions in Ginger, Mr. Jonathan, look for an anchor. When wana benina, niyo yogwe nsobola okusibira kesira. Sinze namuleta kituufu. Neiba amuleta. Someone you must not. They must not be brought by you directly. You get the point? They may be brought by somebody else. But if you identify them, make them your number one, and because they're the anchors of that business there. You get the point? I have a gentleman in Livingstone that is in Lusaka. He's a very old guy. He's retired from the government. He has a training center that side. The gentleman is very vocal. He does not speak. He's an emulator. He was brought by someone else, but he calls me every 2 days. Yesterday he told me, this is the training center I have of my previous company. You see, we have removed all the things. I've told the downlines to go home. We're renovating. I want them to come back next week with their paintings of OQATA. Paintings of OQATA. He says, I want to do this. He will do the business. One, yes, is a good anchor because this is all he's doing. He was looking for a retirement what? A retirement plan, what to do in his retirement. In fact, he's loving this so much. He wants to be a stockist. He wants to do it as his retirement. But as I work with him and mentor him, yes, he's a good anchor because he's vocal. He has the resources. He can lead the market. He's talking about expanding Namibia and so on. Good for him. But as I work with him again, I ask myself, the first question was that, we mwongerako emyaka 2 ku network marketing career, ze myaka 2 ija kuba wa 5. Ochegede 20 years from now I'll be 50. How old will he be? I don't know his age now, because he's beyond 50. You get the point? Eh? How old will he be? That age, very good. If he's going to be age X, question is, in his team, who can identify that if I add 20 years to them, they can be my age regiment or even younger than me in 20 years time to do what? To come. You get the point? Very important in market segmenting. So as you go to those regions, look for anchors. Otherwise, again the embarang or get a single prospect. Okawuliramu. Not in your bus. Ngenda yabantu embalala. You're going to be a victim of Benazo Kolaba apply. I travel with downline sometimes, and you are amused about how they tell you they have many people. We go to office, they see you chilling around. They also want to ask Guabagani Badiwa. Apply money, Abangambi, Bagada Kujamu meeting, when I'm disappointing. No Musekeda, because Bins Agaji Kolangani, Gutachi Mani Bunu. What a dama futa mu Benz, Gamitwala Meka, Anamuetan. No Divuga, Ngogenda Sekana Muntuatia. Nge akuteye muntu atya ngo obanga mission erietya gwe agenda kola ngo chirinze naoza mufanagana kumbe gwe you have already completed your mission or you extra time. Okay, get there, because we go to look for anchors. Regions where we don't have anchors, we send the people there to our areas until we shall get an anchor. Otherwise the business can be very expensive for you. You get the point? Very important. Give them the special needs and trainings. Mentor them if you discover those anchors, and be consistent until leaders are developed. You get the point? Be consistent until leaders are developed. This is very important. Let me tell you something. It takes you 180 days to make to make a habit. What is it called before it becomes a habit? A routine. If I take a routine, yeah. To make a routine or a habit. It is a training from this guy's that's Pathman is trainings, Pathman of QNet. That gentleman. They always had a cycle of trainings. For example, give you a task. Mr. Abdul and your team musukoke enakumeka chikumi momonana. Budi unaku ngatemosa. Umafuna ngo omuntu omu mu team nakola acha nayosa kati mwenanga muzidamu butya buto 18. By the time you run a cycle and you're committing to a certain routine for 180 days, it becomes a habit. Oshagedde wawa dozo kakwala mu clock no lichega leero nozukuka enaku 5 naku 6 by 180 days you will not have to wake up on alarm clock anymore. The brain will be used to waking up at that same exact time. Oshagedde achazo kya kwa alarm clock manywa to chabula mukano. You can still wake up at that time without an alarm clock. Echikusumbu ochimanyi ato daone weba kana yo zukuka. Katwetaga muka discipline kakola chi kakufuna byakola mbuddo bongo zukusa. You get the point? Tulifena ige mazima. There is that time too where everyone is awake. What is that time to of yours? Budde chi bobanga olya ngomuntu anakusika message akusanga online. Nenga ate kusawe emu oyizo kwa wazeko offline. Anyone? Yours is 5 Mine is 4. Send me a message at 4. I'm awake. Kati wemba nefulako yesemanya bichi sina plan oja kusanga nkoze echi. Nganzize ko. And that is the killer of very many dreams. You get the point? So program with the team or that set of leaders, give them a routine and guide them to follow that 108 plan, 108-day plan. So they can develop them as what? As champions. But need over one, look for people who dare to do something about their business every day. Look for people who don't complain about working hard. Complaining. I get the point. You put a star. No longer you work going. Sometimes we are made to think that because they're the ones around, they're not supposed to lead our teams. No. You get the point. And the good thing, the company has done for us a very good plan that if I introduced Mr. Chancha in the business, for example, and he's joking, and his downline is very serious. If I work with the downline and the downline becomes a platinum, automatically that leg of mine, where I suppose Mr. Chancha, I will also become a what? The next rank. You get the point? So that Techigana who get down the line to look for what? look for the would-be champion. Then go for the depth, not only the what? The width. Don't only focus on your newest or weakest lines. No gamba mbuno gwali ku bantu bakola ki gwaleta bokaboka ono mwana gwaleta. For example, if this is my Jovia, because she's my latest sign up in the business, in the team. Not the spider is second latest in the team. This one. If this is Jovia, and Jovia, okusinga ku Jovia kale na Jovia tava mu change. The question is, ani ali wants what Jovia that I can focus on. So that as she's doing things casually, I can pick that juice out of what? Out of this one. You get the point? Don't only focus on the width, but also focus on how deep. You get the point? Focus on the moving lines down the line and look for those good what? Good leaders. Binary pays on depth, more money and what? And more passive income. Binary pays on what? Depth. So gain the what you want. You go down. You sometimes as uplines have a tendency of stopping our business or the people that we do. We did what? We introduced. You get the point? Because tetwagala ko tukola mangu omuntu amukoyako wano esooka oshegedde ogambye oya bikoze eki abitegedde binakulaga uli bilage banno naye nga nawe okimanyi gogamba bilaga banne tanafutali mu juice ogokola ki kati woleka nakubazza ku bagenyi be bayina abalungi. You understand? Nga nawe mutima okimanyi tonafuna kyoyagala, you're going to lose the business. But if you go down the line and do those activities as soon as more times as you can, you're going to realize that you can basically get what? Better. I have a tendency that in my with every team I am working with, I make sure that I do the what? The first NDO. At least the first chapter in the master key. Nzenji kolachi. Nzenji soma. They will tell you. Nzenji kolachi. Unless otherwise. Then when I come back, before I do something else, I want to revise what they discovered, because it is the time when I focus them. You can say chapter 1, name list. Era so kama overview, nemulaga company business wege dokutambula, nemulaga bitako kuyiga, nemulaga difference. I go through the whole all the activities they have to learn. Just in summary, then I come back to the first one again to do it in depth. You get the point? So our talk of 1 hour as you're orienting the person. Mubuze buzo anzilamu. Mba nkolachi, mba mamagezi. Mugezi oba wampola. Akwata speedy oba wampola. Anabyagala nnyo oba achesa asira. By the end of the NDO, nga mazo kubitamu, omuntu na ino kubanga watambuza, nsobola ntyo kwa upgradinga, I won't take a star. Bila yemandaze. You get the point? When I was orienting Jovia, she had only paid 300,000, and then she told me, mbulayo akadeka mne mitwalo, kuminena mukanana. Okay, she says she's looking at the what? I relax. She knows that now the bigger the account, the more money. You get the point? You question and answer. As they answer you identify who a good leader could be. Kati omuntu oyo ate omulomuzulanga mulungi. Tomuleka mu kibasi ky'abangi. Musotingemu. Let them work with the team, but give them more extra what? It is not being selfish. It is having self-love. Nembabuulira ebintu bino. Olaba ne maaso g'abazadde bo. Temwenkanankana. Nekubuulira. Tata wange yafa. Okay, no, so don't take this serious. It is a serious point, but don't take it so serious. When my father died, the amount of tears at home were more than when other people had died previously. Ochitegedde? Obontegedde? Omuzadde n'abaana abana 10. Asinga mu bidi, asinga okola sente, gwe abasinga okwagala. Nze nkubuulira siwe kiri, am I lying? Parents, you know that when abana nga bakyali bato bonna obagakyenkanyi, but as they grow old, their level of responsibility and everything, the point, omukwano ogenda kola ki gwewunzika. Omuntu nga alina abaana bana, I may have a tendency of trying it with my kids. I have many kids now, but if I get something, n'owako omuntu n'okiwa omwana omubwoti ng'olaba kyagenda okukola. Olaba ng'akyevubise 999 ng'akireka omanyi n'agenda kuba mukodo. Omujjukiza bujukiza lwaki towaako banno. You get the point? Naye bw'omuwaako nga tannalya n'amenyako mutowe n'amenya okyegedde ogamba ono omwana alimu ki pulaani ng'omusembeza aba atansobola okuwininga omutima gwo, because that is where charity begins from. You get the point? That means no matter when one agagawala, aja kutudiza fa abazadde aja kujja atujjukire. You get the point? They be obirabira mu buto. Ezo mukano ogenda bwewunzika bwe guti mpala mpala as our children grow up. Okategedde. Kolaba omukwano gw'abaana abaffe gwewunzika. Ate ogw'abantu abakulu ge tusanze obuki? Obusanze obukulu. Tosobola kyebeera. Tiimu yange yonna njisa kye kimu. Tebakwata ku speed yemu. Waliwo omuntu ogamba tukubira abantu 4 n'agamba upline tugende. Lwaki tukubidde 5? Omwana tukubira abantu abana n'agamba tunamaeddi bannange tetunyuke tunasula wano kati oyo. When you make them move on the same pace, one is going to break. You get the point? But again, when I saw the kubira 5 omugamba tukubira ya 2 agenda banga amukereyesa, you're going to delay them. What you get there? So you are going to work with the first people as fast, and you're going to segment them from the slow ones and we work with them as slow. Maybe the first pace of the first ones is the one that is supposed to give these ones good momentum. So get there. Team to so fun agana. Why not kwa omuntu ayita code yemu mu week nagala apply nagala okibere ko kisibeko nga otakibera ko agenda wira mubi erango ina kikola ki congratulations champion mwamulabye thangizo mu champion no muyimba week namba champion neno sanga ne wabawo omuntu mu team nga ayingiza abantu babeka 2 oba 3 mu week nasigala nga yesoza weekend after weekend nataga na kubyagala obyogereko because in their heart they feel like they have underachieved. People cannot be the same. Are we together? Have a program for the new people in your team, in your moving lines. Have a program. The question is, the key word here is program. Program. Abantu apya mu team yo chechi dako. Sales leaders, Mr. Jonah. Who else? Sales leaders, Mr. Who? Muyogera amanya. Sales leaders, manyiko Jonah ate omulala. Do we have sales leaders here? Very good. You're going to mention your names. Look at you. If you are here and you are part of a sale and your upline is quiet, you get the point. Look at that upline of yours. Sale leaders, Mr. Jonah. Who else? Cyprian. Who else? Chamba. Who else? Wanji. Ruth. Who's mentioning Ruth? She's your upline, eh? Whatever kweganye. So ebyo bibi. Amamba gamu sale leaders. Woba toyina program y'abantu bapya team tegenda kula. Walina okubawo structure nti omuntu mpya nga yakajja mu team yo mukola biki mumugamba biliwa. Waliwo akapapula aka NDO aka former visionaries. You remember aka NDO? Some of us have gotten that paper and they edited it, right? Right now the paper is nowhere to be seen. You get the point? But that paper had very good information. When we were at Jumbo, we used to use that paper so much. Everyone who used to come back in the morning, it was only me and Mr. Ismail that used to take our new distributors through the first read out of that paper to focus them, to help them build a very good foundation. It was a structured, it was a routine. Wamala okuva mu setting obongo bulungi attitude ne mindset nga agenda oba apply be nga muyigiza okola name list nokola sales ezisooka message nazimu ezokuposting on Facebook za sales n'obulango bafo bwaki wa products ne babumuwa ekiddako. You get the point? Walina okubaawo program ne system gye muyisamu omuntu omuki tegedde wekikola noddako. The one who brings a person next, he will know that the right way of the right procedure of a new person is this one. Agenda kubakola ki akimanyi. You understand? So it's always important that you design that kind of schedule. Get the point? There is what the company will do for us, and this is already enough, good enough. Get the point? But then there is what you're going to do for yourself, and that's what you're going to do for yourself is what is going to really change the ratings. Yes, this determining on agenda kwa top number bichi, or agenda kwa top number bichi. What kind of structure do you have for your team? In our previous company, immediately Mr. Elias designed a program for his team. So get there. Now bajja kumabilizi. Now bajja ku university naga mafeto kakomacha tusoma bwe tuti obinebera bweti. Immediately he did that. That is when the incomes did what? Skyrocketed. You get the point? Lifena, very good. Have a program for your new people. You get the answer. The answer to what? To declining business is what? It's not sponsoring, but it is what? Focusing on the new people. You get there. Sikuyingiza abantu banji. Ono mpya goyingiza okoze na ebichi because alimaka tala akachi akapya. Help them tap that market. People don't become serious right away. Nago mazima. Jegede. Wale abantu abali mu system za mwenga mwaba signing. Do you have them? Do you have them? Nana wochimani, they have not yet quit, but also no, they have not done anything yet. You have some of those people, right? Your reason, your focus could be, how do I ignite these guys to begin business and give me fresh business? Business here, can you have a routine for your team? There's a team you know that will not come here even if Jesus comes back. Then you put them what? Part of the what? Of a maybe a Google Meet routine, and they train on Google Meet and they had their guests to Google Meet. You get the point? Something like that. Some of you will have business in different countries. You ask every time you're asking, apply. Where is the presentation for Kenya? Where is the presentation for Kenya? You have been in the business 1 month. You're still asking a presentation for Kenya. Kenyans speak what language? Kenyans speak what language? English, not so. They speak English. They speak. By the way, Kenyans don't know Swahili. They speak English. Swahili is in Tanzania only. But na Kenya they go uzungu Swahili bataka mo uzungu lungi. You get the point? Can you imagine oyina abantu 10 e Kenya naye wongo buchi abagamba baweze Zoom recording. Are you okay? 10 people are sending them a Zoom recording. You have a problem. You must be having a routine of when your Kenyan team does a Google Meet and does a Google Meet presentation and Google Meet training. Right now, that's what you should be focusing on. Otherwise, the company is not going to develop for you structures or check the trainings and everything. The next could DTC because training in a general no what you want. It could back office you. Chimani what you mean? Abamu muzibikula lero. Never stake ayodi. But stake out last night. Check it. Nze kumacha sijisemu. Kubanga najisemu last night. I knew how to train. Check it. Jabaddeyo. Chegeza binyido nenge mbinyo demo wena kwangu bidicoding akawungeza nawo gikole ku Google Meet ne team yo gibakolere oshegede obo ndem points bagasa you may not do all of it, but could even choose some key points and do a training like that every day with your team on Google Meet every day. Those are not here. Make sure your team is having trainings every day. It's your routine with your what? With your team. Oshegede. Otherwise, the company will not put for you the training again. Look for you distressed what? Downlines, and again also gather them down for you. You get the point. Listen, atemos downloading. Abamu sense zigenda bali mokola kubanga mulozanga bachi ngaba distributor mulozanga bantu all the time. Tolina plan it one time now blow office yo. Tolina plan one time now leading abantu 10 kigenda okusumbua. Naye omuntu alina plan one time leading abantu 10 Cyprian ngachitufu china nga wangamba one time jakwa team ya abantu 10 ngo ngatoli mukwebuzabuza. Training is nazo zebateka ezibade ku DTC from the time they began posting them. Nazo no kwango zilina zonna. Because all option ya downloading but second folder somewhere. Mutima wegamba muno training is nonzisoma kubanga one time ngenda somesa team yange. You get the point? Because every week bazijjako. You get the point? No dakechi empia. Oyino kubanga oyina training zezo mukaga every single what? Every single week ngozina. When I follow that, now go to training center. Then I was training about building. I'm going to get this PowerPoint. I'm going to use it. You get the point. When I was in Imbara, I trained nothing new. Nothing new. I went to all the previous trainings that we have done from the time I began because I knew maybe some of them were not following them there. Then on the was a team training and you know what is the composition of the team. It's by the way, base away, babula muchino, name Pitamu went. You know, training Gebasan. Najikoza about Zanzanaji. Check it, I'm riding on someone else's what? If that's what you have to do. Sometimes you get the point? Yes. So focus on the new people, get them a program. Why want to go sign in corporate? Namkazi mukulu. Tanafuna bude bujawano. Tanategela wacha inakola chi. Wogamanti jangu. Etuna kwamba kuja tojja. Ogana di mpaka di. Musinka na emweru. Meet her somewhere. There's one I'm going to meet today at Grand Imperial for a kit launch and on new orientation. 2.5 was a name list that sends an appointment on Saturday. Name Mugamba Jangu Kubudu. Naja Deyo, because something like that. Continue to start environment so I can ignite a new person because she has a new what? She has a new market segment. You get the point? Are we together? Quality. Kanokakuru nyo. Munyonge da chikakumi. Quality. Let me just read through. At MC level, kanokajeo. MCT means what? Okay, we are saying, okay, what the author of this trading wanted to mean that anyone, if you have made some money, you get the point. You have an opportunity to sponsor the best in your what? In the market. You get the point. olina obuvunaanyizibwa walina opportunity of sponsoring abantu abachi abalungi. Your first layer of leaders determines the quality of your team. Birds of the same feather flow together. You get the point? The quality people enable you to penetrate their market segment. Muleta abantu abalungi banange abantu abalungi gye bali ebikomeseza okubayingiza nawe toyeka kasanti oli mulungi. You get the point? Oganya osoma obutabo, oganya oyiga emboozi onyumira abantu, oganya okweyisa ng'abagagga, oganya oyiga okwambala ng'abagagga. Y'ensonga lwaki abantu abalungi bakusumbuwa. Naye kankubuulire abantu ababi bamenya. Sigamba ababi ku face. Ngamba ababi waliwo omuntu nga mubi. Mukitegedde? Kamukumenyeremu. Omuntu nga ne wayamba atanyuma. Oyaba mubi. Si ku face. I'm talking about qualities of the business. Waliwo omuntu nga school fees bazirya. According to me and the Kampala business, when nkubira essimu nenjogera, hello, this is Mr. James Sebugala. I'm calling you from OQATA Wellness Solutions. We are running a Pan-African enterprise. It's new in the market, and you are looking to work with either part-time or full-time. You get the point? Could you be interested in this business opportunity? Nagamba. Ogambye eki? Suubira bulungi nze yogera Oluganda. Wala muntu njogera nnyo Oluganda nti ndwagala. Nkujjako. According to my market business here in Kampala, oli muki? Oli mubi. That means musero nina okusomera script mu Luganda, mu Luzungu, njivuunule mu Luganda ate njinnyonnyole. Sikuyingiza mu bintu byange. Omuntu gwalabanga mu market mu bantu be, talina muntu gwagenda leeta ali mu plan. Ngate obudde bw'omu omusomesa bwe muno bwe omulungi. I'm telling you, you get the point. Look for quality people. There's a difference between people. Ate mugamba nabavumye. There's a difference between people who deserve the business and who need the business. You're not looking for those who need it. Sorry for them. You're looking for those who what? Who deserve it. Ng'omuntu abadde anoonya opportunity nga abadde agyegwaniza ng'ali ready ogikola ki? Ogisindika nga omuntu omulage plan atangalaga bannange ekyo kibaddewa. I want you to remember waliwo abantu kale nga baba closing nnyo. I want you to remember your experience in your first meeting. Those who have been network marketing for 5 years, 3 years, 2 years. I want you to remember your experience in your first meeting. Mr. Hakim. This gentleman, you're working from Kenya, right? First experience or not first experience after seeing the opportunity, I could not believe that if I share this opportunity to anyone on the planet Earth can say no. That was my first experience. Because I could not believe someone earning 3 million every single day. I was working 30 days and I'm earning 3 million at the end of the month. You get the point? Yes. So, Hakim could afford the business. He was already earning 3 million at the end of the what? Of the month. Yaya deserving already yakola sente azimanyi. Naye nga takyatamanyi nti waliyo omuntu akola obukadde omeka. Era ng'omutima gumugamba nemmala nkiraga omuntu yenna. Teri ajja kukola ki? Kukigaana. Perception eyo. Naye oligolaga business nagamba ne sente siziina. Ye Uganda ani ateeka emitwalo na mwenda mu bintu ebyo. Nga kyasokolooza. Ng'emmotoka agirabidde. You get the point. Either you have been a bad presenter or the person is not the right person. Someone can show you millions of the day. Nakwagana encashment. July nakozo bukadabidi. Gwene webuuza neba ani abagendo yingira ebintu ebyo. Ani munayo gala kyasa okuwa emitwalo ana mwenda 15. Nga ye perception y'oyo omuntu. Omulimu obo ina munene. You get the point. Are you together? So learn to look for those quality people. Poor quality people have no following. And hence no market segment. Ng'omuntu ali awo ali bubi. Naye nga mu bantu bonna bamanyi mu nseo talina gwasobola okukola ki? Talina gwasobola ku-influencinga. N'ogu gundi ankubira essimu aŋŋamba ki? Many of us we signed many people in our first month because we had following, not because we were too good. You get the point? In St. Mary's Shitende, I was a prefect. You get the point? I was a prefect in senior 1, senior 2, and senior 3. Senior 4 or senior 5 had an option to either be a head boy or refuse, and I chose to be commoner. But even when I was a commoner in senior 5, they chose me to be a part of the council of elders in the school. You get the point? When I came to university, in my first year, we campaigned, and I was the vice president of the School of BIFA, Industrial Art and Design. And my whole of residence, I was on the Interior Committee, Interior Ministers Committee. That is why I had my own single room at the whole of residence. When I ingira mu business, naina abantu so kubira ne bajja kubanga nze nkoze eki nze mbayise chegede ngomuntu asobola kujja because gokoze eki. It is no accident that in my first month my network marketing career I sponsored 17. It's no accident. You get the point? Even the second company, even when you came to OQATA, my second and last company, I call this my last dance. You get the point? It was easy for me to sponsor 24 people in my first month. You get the point? Because seemingly there is someone I could call and they come. I had the following. Ofuna. Katwaliwo omuntu omugola ba Yesu omulaze ebintu naye maama. Chegedde. Kajiga technique eno. Omuntu agamba nti ajjancha. Omuntu agamba nti abitandise. Omugamba mpandikira wana abantu bonna bosinga okutya. Agatteko. Lwaki mukunganya referral form ez'ekisiru? Akojja kajjamu. Tegedde. Why do you collect use this referral forms? Is it because you give people the forms and you tell them do what? Right, and you go away and you chill. Sit with that guy. Let him write. Ingini ali mumubuka. Awandika kigat munne. Muwandise tomeka kuwandika muwandise boyagala ono yani omusajja mugagga nnyo tajja bikola gwobo wandika gwobo muwandise oyo goyagala si ye ali mubawandika gaya ali mukusootingira ku list gubi golire okirinze. You get the point? Sort the people with them. Atono senga wango yali bwero naye ebintu byajja gwobo wandika. Check those people that he fears. The reason that's why he fears them are the same reason that's why they qualify the most. Are you together? Listen, stop focusing on the directs only. You are paid for your what? Or you're paid on volume, not on the what? Not on lines. So don't focus on the directs only. Focus also on the directs of your what? So the keyword here is go back there in your team and identify. Genda mubantu botaleta genda ononyemu mubantu botaleta genda wanseri ononyemu abalungi ngode sigwa kola ki sigwa obasembeze and work with what? Work with them. You get the point? Lastly, but nabinji bannange. Okay, no kanomukamanyi sijaka lwako. You must what? Be what? Be tough on integrity. We must we have lost more people because of integrity than what any other reason. Sente z'abantu. Sente zachi? Merchant code. Sente zonana zigenda ku merchant code. You get the point? If there's an airline still touching money, tell them you are digging a grip for yourself. All the deposits to the company are deposited on the merchant code. And I want to repeat that. No give emitwalo etaano gigenda ku ki? Downline wa depositing emitwalo etaano. Upline namukola lisitebwa ebbali. You get the point? Nga downline wo mugambe upline ikola ki? Teeka ko ku merchant code. Let the upline wabaga teleka nnyo katuleke message. You get the point? In my team, we even have someone that is responsible for those merchant code messages. Yaseleka. The posting nga bamuwa merchant code. Check it. Sente z'abantu zaavuwaza nze nzimanyi. Oli emitwalo abiri nga asaaga. Naye oli emitwalo abiri weetaaga code nnya ku wiiki leege osasula emitwalo ameka? Omanyi okola encashment ya mitwalo 3 nga 2 sigago. Osasula bangi. Be tough on integrity. Integrity kills the nerves of the team. Check it. Downline wo mushielding centers lidde that was the omanyi kiddako. Oli gwazidde tataddamu mwesiga. Olowooza olina leader omukuumye kumbe leader omuluzi waali talina influence mu team ye because sente z'abantu asobola ki azirya. Okitegedde? And most of the culprits have a big testimony about this. And of course, they have strong what? Following in your what? In your other lines. Okitegedde? Balina testimonies, banene mu line mu business yammwe, kajjoko mu mukumanga abikola wabivaamu ogenda loosinga kiki? Kinene nnyo. You get the point, eh? Integrity. Sente z'abantu sizizo se ku merchant code. Emitwalo 10 ku merchant code. Emitwalo 2 ku merchant code. Emitwalo 3 ku merchant code. You get the point? If the guest has not finished their balance, maybe over time, you can go back to the upline and talk about that one. Oshegede. Upline, gundi amaze emyezi 3. Tamalayo sente ze. Oshegede, mumukubire sim, follow up together and see. You understand? Eventually, kali nwali mudda wali baganye. You get the point? Mudda. I don't know what criteria you should even use. You get the point? But if the money is on merchant code, it's easier to say, let's convert this money into products. To products, something like that. But put all the money on the merchant code. No, I don't buy closing in my first presentation. And the kid told me, I've already deposited 30,000. Oh, was one. See the Woody, Nazem Timia. Only the guy was not in my team. Name okay, name leader. That's boy. Name who is your upline? Son, so ngamba gwe jangu. On a deposit game to Satu. What money you conti merchant code, pegundi message ediwa. Tiatia playing. Jadi mtwali Satu joka. Where guys be meka? Nemugamba tofayo. Guy nemu closing nasa sula. Mtwalo ana mumwenda mwe 15. Nenkwataka emitwalo 3 nenzikola ki? Nenzimodiza. Nengamba gwe kwata sente zino. Nenziwono apply anyway. Nemugamba nkwadira kikameka 10. Genda onletele merchant code messaging ya mitwalo ana mwenda mwe 15. Kuko nesa je bako. You get the point? Merchant code. Work with the system. With the system, the senior leaders train the junior what? Leaders. Wewe sanganga mu team yo buli omuggo omutendeka wabawo obuzibu. Okay, tugambye go down the line to look for that good person. But again, when you have a set of leaders, I love the system. When you have a set of leaders like that, you get the point. Ngabano, train them to go back and look for their teams. Remember, because you're saying we are grooming people who are going to lead the numbers for us. You get the point. Neko bango ina timu ya wanchukumi. Ngabona na asema ili go kwa chi. Go mulimu, you get the point. Our voters choose. That means wagule chona go attend the sayo na atia. No. Of course, what are you? Genda wansono nyo mulungi. Nengamba omufuna nemu obuchi obuvunanyizibwa. The system allows what? Allows you to delegate. Ushegede. Nti waliwo ekintu kyotakola mu team nti awo kibanga kyakuyamba ko invitation kwatagane gundi mugende muzikole ki muzikole because oli sure nti ogundi mwamusomesa okola ki ozikola. Are we together? System. Work with the system. Here we already have the system already of OQATA that in the morning we do what? We do the sale. You get the point? Kati kuselo gatako. Don't be that kind of a team that comes at 8 to read the script and you make sure you finish the script by 9. Then come for training. Check it. Waba budemba mufilidwa. Mukereke da chikangameka. Mubene plan ya team. Check it. Ona kumutamse utia. Mwasuze mtia banange. Check it. Gundi oyido utia. Gobado utia. Anya no. What a very good day yesterday. Onya ingizo mfe gula. Kude ya chikoza acha. Ya mujawa. I have that tendency. On Facebook. This is our chat. I always share Joanne's chat so much. I met her on Facebook. We were chatting the Mwezi na Mulamba. Then we went to WhatsApp, chatted. Then I invited her for OQATA and she joined the day. She saw the business. Mbalaga, the chat, how it flew from Facebook, how it came to WhatsApp. You get the point. Up to when she joined. You get the point. I share the journey. I talk about Jovia. We met at Platinum. I wanted a loan when I was student in the other previous company. I had taken to her my car to give me a loan. Then we became friends. You get the point. And so I always kati omuntu go abana bayingiza abantu when they have those sentiments to share how they sponsored. Waliwo omuntu agamba kumbe nange nagundi bwati simuyingiza. You get the point. Something like that. Onfuna those 30 minutes. Then read like 45 minutes. Then spend 15 minutes to solidify the cell culture. Those slogans, those rowers, reminding yourself what those rowers mean and whether you are leading to living to their what standards. Very important. Team above all the team. Muchiriko, wawacha ukanyeko, ushegede. Akagundi kagamata ultimate champions. What you want to go for it, you go for it. Assess the leader. Assess. Are people going for what they want or they are going for what they don't want? So those 15 before the what? Before the training. That self training, into winji. No assessing anti, or get the script. Buza script to do so me. Madam Hope, treated say, mutegede muchi. To everyone share with us. Bichi over do kola, nga from the script, ogenda choose samo kolebuchi, or kolebulala. Otherwise, abana baso maybe into kumacha, bakera, neither you have a gana, you are kolachi, you are dumb. Twasoma gundi ya inviting, negwa, no sango mutungi light labantu emirimu. Check it, why woman ampezo omuntu embalala. Umunatula mu presentation. But this was think Ga 2 cents togera kati yingira mu musomo. Mana afunga lwaki ofulumye anti somyaka posta wali mu maaso akagamba muno temwina mirimu. nga disclaimer ye mufulumiza ekitegeza wazononya mulimu nti ati kyebaŋŋambye nandaga message nga kituufu omwana bamusubiza emitwalo ameka 2 ku 3 buli wiiki ate mwe bali namuna abikola tegedde. That is because script zemusoma temwassess nga kumanya nti zikoze eki zibayambye oba zibagasizza. Terigwa bagenda tikula degree ya network marketing. There is no one that is going to be given a degree of MLM. Your real degree is how big your team is, how much money you make, and what's your rank. That is the real degree. You understand? A team that has a proper running system is stable. However low the results are. A team without a proper running system collapses even when the results are what? Are high. In that kind of triangle. Very good. Be hands-on to meet the distributors. Very important. To supervise the system. Check it. What about supervising the results? See. You can't supervise results. You go to okay, let me talk about this. You go to an evaluation meeting. Ono Jonah. Ate sigwe nkuba kafanani. Yabaddewo mu morning sale. Okitegedde? Yabaddewo mu presentation. Amaze closing circle akimanyi nti no ani Bruhani alina omugenyi atya aba tebalina Sumin talina guntalina akimanyi naita n'ajja mu evaluation n'atandika okubuuza how many guests did you have? How many trainings have you attended? You're wasting time because you already know the answers. Okay, get there. You're wasting time because you already know the answers. It is you who close the meeting, you know you had the 4 guests, and you know the owners of those guests. So you are repeating such what happens. Okay, get there. So you want to supervise the results, not the process. Go back and supervise the process. You know the point of those result generations. Omuntu yakoze one-on-ones. Yazikoze yagaseka amanya ku nemu tulage byagaseko because no mugamba itabagenyi nga gunemu isana guki gukadde era tagenda kola ki tagenda kuona bene nchi egenda kuba 0 omwana ayina 0 week number era okyamutuza bitu byemu era akugenda ayina 0. That is why evaluation meetings decrease. Mwatanka mu abantu 10 mu evaluating kati come for evaluation nga muyimba 3 because the answer is the what? The same. Supervise the system and the process, then the results will do what? Will come. Are we together? You must be hands-on on recognition. Recognize people even on the small achievements. Hands-on when you can, when they can see you, you can retain them. Check it. Don't be an absentee applying. You get the point. They call they management olikuchi. Ate buli wobeera manya nti tiimu yeso okufunamu nagenda for outreach bakubuza outreach ya watonyega toyogera olimba oliwaka webasa wagenda mu kyalo toli mu outreach otulimba ali mu outreach agaba nange ndi wano omweleza abaki yoyo omuntu ali mu outreach. You get the point. Keep doing phase 1 activities. Sigalanga okuba esimu sigalanga sponsoring. I always want to challenge my team to sponsor. I want to sponsor more people than anyone in my team. Buli wiki manja nyingiza yatya afazali omuntu. You get the do those phase 1 activities. Bakulabe ngochakwa one-on-one. Wale ngocha orienting omuntu ompya. Wale ngocha yingiza omuki omuntu. You get the point. Your new people will always duplicate you, no matter how big you are. Okatagedda akantu wako. Your new people bakopa gwe gamba nti no dolije musebugala oyatime tojja mu sale kye bagenda okukola. Ate bo munange tobanyumiza nti wakola dda kye bagenda okukola. Are you together? Wate bannakola. Nine kizibu kya office. Era oluma trading abangoberera nga tugenda mu office yaffe tebakimanyi nti ndi munene abajjo bantu banyumiza bajovia tebanyumiza bakimanyi nga tubeera muki mu office kamba buli bachali bange office bampampe sasula rate bagenda kungoba mwetereze ngo budde bukyali tugenda wali wasi mu kasonda. You get the point. Mwemanyiza akasonda ngo budde bukyali kamba buli amazima katonda. You get the point. That is kubanga amanyi washitomunenya namulagira muki mu office namugamba koma auto training yansanga muki we namusomesa online oleta mukwano gwa soka when Fena was coming to pay Fena yansanga wa mu office package najimuwera wa. So our life has been in the office, so you cannot stop the office now. You get the point. That is our life. Jovia namugamba jangu ndabe opipi yagenda mu maso naye yansanga wa kati omunenya achinga naye atuse kumacha taze muselo aliwa. New people always duplicate you, however big you are. Gwe semize mibi ojaleti afe twako siyambala tie because no samba tie already lamba smart because ngatu nyamba ya bay. Okay. No itagenda jamba. You know the point. Nze mbimanyi opposition njina ku simu. It's on my phone. I don't have a circle book. Okay, don't have a circle book. They also don't have a circle book. Me, I already have a big team. I don't have a name list. Balina kulaba name list yo ng'ogattamu amanya wadde olina abantu bangi nabo bagikoze say these guys duplicate you gwe basangawo tosobola kunyumya ffe twatandikira